Yo, what's up, everybody? The Light Show. A very important question. Now, don't get it confused. As a Nipmuc Indian, I can give a fuck about this guy. There's some crucial things to find out what took place so long ago before a lot of us were even here. So, Adolf Hitler killed them because they were Jews or imposter biblical Jews. Now, the reason I'm asking this question is because I was just watching Piers Morgan and Candace Owens is on there. And she made a good point. She said, well, just because you went through a Holocaust doesn't give you the right to perform a Holocaust. And we can clearly see what's going on with the Palestinians and the Jews. It's a clear slaughterhouse. Those Palestinians have no wins. Jews is getting backed up by a powerhouse called the United States of America. These Palestinians they would never win. But here's the thing. Why was Hitler killing these people that we call the Jews of the Bible? Why was he killing them? Was it really because he didn't like the Bible and he hated Jews? And you know what I'm saying? We're not even going to talk about all the propaganda and stuff that they were doing in Germany that they didn't have any right to do. And the Germans had every right to do what they did. We're not talking about that. What did he know? That's my question. What did he know about these people? And then why is this particular people? Because in the Bible, they're always welcomed in. The biblical Jews are always welcomed in. They were welcomed in by the Egyptians. They just fucked them over, but they were welcomed in. Other parts of Africa, they escaped to the west, and they were welcomed in. A lot of different places in the Bible, they're always welcomed in. So my thing is this. Why is this particular group of Jews kicked out of 100 and something countries? Why does this particular type of Jew speak Yiddish and not Paleo Hebrew? Why do they not know their own stuff? Oh, so long ago, the history's been washed away. How is that possible? What are they talking to me right now? If the history's been erased and the Paleo Hebrew they're not using, then what the fuck are they talking? Now, does this mean people didn't die? No, I'm not saying that. Of course, I understand that. I'm trying to understand, who are these people? Do the biblical Jews even exist? And did these people take on an image? But they're not doing good with it. They're not doing righteous things. There is no land of Israel, yo. There isn't. There's the promised land. The promised land is the land of Canaan, which Moses killed off. He killed these people. I'm not a fan of Adolf Hitler. I'm just wondering, who was he killing and why was he killing them? Was he killing them because they were Jews? Or was he killing them because they were the imposters of this biblical Jew and he knew they weren't them? I don't know. I do know this, though. That group called the Israelis have a lot of fucking blood under their belt. They have a lot of slaughter, and it ain't just from that fucking war. No. How many people have OD'd from their illusion movies? How many people have OD'd from their illusion music? How many women and men have cotton AIDS or a deadly sexual disease because of their porn? It's like, you be the judge. I don't want to hear about no judgment day and how they're supposed to have slaves. Nah. You're not going to throw a rock and hide your hand. Who are these people Hitler was killing? And why today are they doing a gang of killing? They've killed more than 6 million people. The Jews of today, the Hebrews, or whatever you call them, the Israelis, they have killed more than 6 million people. Hitler. We're not patting him on his back. We're asking a historical question. Why was he killing them? Was he killing them because, they're just Jews and I just don't like Jews? Or was there more to it? And do we see the results of that by having this group in so much importance? I'm not saying they shouldn't live. I'm saying we've put them on a pedestal. We've made these people like bigger than life, bro. And there's no credibility of them being God's chosen people. God ain't cracked the clouds yet. He ain't said nothing. Yes, these are the people that I want you to follow and worship, even though they're no different than you to a certain extent. But I don't remember hearing nobody say nothing. And then for a group that's so protective, why they always getting hit up and beat up, and we got to worry about anti-Semitism and all that different stuff? It's like, I thought you was protected from God. Maybe, just maybe, he was picking them off because he knew their strategy. And he knew how they come into lands that's not theirs, and they indoctrinate people to worship them. Meanwhile, the group that they come upon will lose their whole identity. And that's why you got everybody and their mama from the Eastern Hemisphere to the Western Hemisphere trying to be related to this book. It's a hell of a strategy. Hell of a strategy. Hell of a game plan. I can't knock it. Why was he killing them? And why are they doing so much killing now? And why in this book were they doing so much killing? See, I'm not saying that they're not the biblical Jews. Maybe they were. Or maybe they are. The biblical Jews have a hefty list of killings. From the Canaanites to the Egyptians who welcomed them in, let them have something to eat, to so many other people that they've enslaved and conquered and stuff. So you gotta peep the Israelis' jacket. You gotta peep their background. They've done a lot of pillaging here on earth. They've done a lot of manipulating. Now, is that all of them? No. Because don't get it confused. There's Jews in faith, and then there's like these Jews that are just like on the business tip. Okay, Netanyahu and the Israelis, I don't believe are spiritual Jews. I believe these are business Jews. So they don't really have the heart to, the compassion. They don't read it by the heart of the law. They read it by the letter of the law. Kind of like what Christ was saying. I haven't seen, I see Jews. I work in certain businesses where you see them all the time. Bro, they're very stuck up-ish. They don't talk to nobody. Very nonchalant, very arrogant, It's not their land, bro. This is Indian land. You're literally on the land of the American Indians. And you still walk around with your nose up. You still walk around like you're better than everybody. And I'm just wondering, was that the type of arrogance that you were doing in Germany when he started to knock y'all off? I wonder. Because I see it today, in today's time. Once again, I'm not a fan of Hitler. I'm just wondering, did Hitler kill them because they were Jews? Or because they were imposter biblical Jews? I don't know. We're saying black people are Jews? No, I'm not saying that. I don't know. I don't even believe that anybody is these people because, like I said, I know you can allegorically read this information, bro. I don't think that any particular group is these biblical Jews because I know they're mixed. Remember, they're Semites. So it's like, it can't be just this pale face dude that's the original. That's impossible. They admit they're mixed. You know what I'm saying? They come out of Egypt as a mixed multitude. The Hebrews, the original Hebrews, will never be a pure blood group. They can't be. So why are these people so pale? Why do these white people look like they just ain't combed their hair? They ain't no kicking it. Motherfuckers be acting like dreadlocks is something special. No, it ain't. It just means you don't comb your hair. When you don't comb your hair and let it just grow, that's how motherfuckers be having to cut dreads open and shit, because you just freestyling it. You just let it grow. You just not touching your hair. So who said they can't do the same thing? You see white people with dreads. Are these really these historical Jews, these biblical Jews? Or are these some Polacks and some Germans? When you have people that are on the white racist side, and they say 6 million people didn't die, and they say, nobody got burnt in these furnaces and all this, and people are like, oh my God, that's anti-Semitic. How can you say something like that? Always remember, these are the same people who told us about Barack Hussein Obama. Now, he's born in Hawaii. Yeah, but he's talking like he's a down south preacher, but he's not from the South. He's from Hawaii. He's acting like he's relatable to Black America. He was raised in Hawaii. He's not relatable to any of us. How do we come from poverty and the struggle, and this fool goes to school $30,000 a year? Do you get what I'm trying to tell you? There's always been infiltrators here. There's always been wicked people here. But something else I know that Hitler said. He hates the Jews. He hates the Masons. He hated the Masons. He could not stand them. Now, I'm going to help the Masons out on this one and lean more towards them. Why did he not like the Masons so much? Allegory. Remember, they say Hitler really believed in the Bible. He's a Christian. So that means he really believed in the story. He didn't know nothing about the Masonry. So why would Hitler hate Masons and these Jews? Because they were spellcasting. Small ass for taking over Germany. Germany for Germans. He didn't know how to spellcast. The only thing he could do was knock them off. But was he wrong for how he felt about them? No. They're individuals. They're supposed to live. They're supposed to be. Nobody's talking about killing them. But you cannot come to somebody's homeland, their turf, and then try to ideological doctrinate them to pretty much self-implode and then just worship you. They would lose their selves. He wasn't going for that. I got to give him respect for that. Not for murder and all that, but for standing up. For standing up for his people, his German people. I give him that. That's what's up. These the biblical Jews? Or was he killing them because they were acting like they were? All I can tell people is the original Jews are not going to be no paleface. They're not. Everywhere they're from is a melanated area. From Chaldea, from them being able to go to Egypt and not burn the fuck up. All this stuff is indicating that they were a different shade than what they are now. So maybe that's what he knew. Maybe.